Oh, oh my. I guess we're live. Hey, how you doing? Hey, Jess, how are you doing?
Hello. I'm doing great.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, we're back in studio here together. Contemplating our guest who will be showing up shortly. I'm very proud to have a Painted Vein on and the man behind it. And he should be tuning in. He's stuck in traffic right now. Not something we're unfamiliar with. And Jess, we're contemplating this storm of the century this weekend, now through Monday, I believe.
Yeah, we actually just got told we got a 2 hour delay as well for work. It
You're
went
not
from like
wrong.
it went from like 3 to 5 inches to, oh, by the way, you might get like 10 to 15. We're like, okay,
It's
great, we
crazy.
love snow.
It's crazy, and it looks like our guests will be here very shortly. Um, Let me see here. Well, we're coming off right off of the song "Left Behind" from Painted Vein, and we're gonna ask the man himself to explain a few things. And I love his music, and I introduced you to some of it. I think you're enjoying it.
I am. I am. I
And
actually listened to it a lot today too.
isn't it cool? I mean, it is. It's kind of relaxing crooning, but at the same time,
hmm
it kicks ass. I'm just very proud that I was able to get him. And this is one of those shows like I was far reaching. So it looks like he's on his way in here. So we're gonna introduce the man himself. I'm gonna just pause for station identification, and we'll get back here with Painted Vein. All right. All right, then. You have to give me a second here while I pause. And here we go, folks, friends, and fiends, as promised. Okay, I one day at work, I was listening to Spotify, and all this new music comes on, and I get hit with Painted Vein, and Painted Vein blew me out of the water. I had to find out who this guy was, and here he is in front of us. If you want to introduce
Hi
yourself,
guys, nice to meet you. I'm Andrea from Painted Vein. I'm the
yes.
guy.
He is the man, and he comes with merits. If you just give me, we're joined by with Jess as well in the back. Jess Weary, who also
Hi.
Hi
is
Jess.
she's a musician too, incredible guitarist and singer. And now, as for your merits, sir, all right. So, lead singer of a band called Candies. I'm not familiar with them, but feel free to talk about that in a moment. I want to go through everything here because you opened for the Dandy Warhols and the Black
Yeah,
Angels. I love the Black Angels. You performed at South by Southwest, Levitation Festival in France, Psycho Vegas. I'm not even familiar with that one. Co-produced Candy's last two records, Bleeding Magenta and Vivid. Now this one here, this band, I want to say, is it Mayoe?
and more.
Oh, see, I did it, Jess. I said it wrong. Yeah, I was just waiting
Never
for that.
fails.
It never fails. I have to screw something up. So yeah, I knew I was going to screw that one up, but they're a Seattle band, correct? And two albums,
Yeah,
Euphoric
yeah,
Recall
yeah.
and
Jancy is the Jancy Buffington. She's like the artist of the band, and I'm just helping in the studio producing because that's my job. And also, I always tour live with Moa. We co-written some songs, and before Painted Vein was alive, I was just putting my name next to her. But like it's her project, and then there is my project that is Painted Vein. And you were mentioning before New Candies. Yeah, I
yes.
was part of that band for 5 years, I guess, something like
Okay.
that. And yeah, we tour a lot around the world, and then just the band split. So I know that they are still playing, but they have different musicians. Um, I don't know what's going on, but yeah, I wish them the best. And yeah, as you said, yeah, we tour with Brian Johnstown Massacre, Black Angels, and we did two tours with the Dandy Warhols that they are
Mhm.
dear friends of mine from Portland, Oregon.
Yes. Fantastic, man. And a drummer too.
Yeah,
Italian noise rock band, Love in an Elevator.
yeah.
I myself have never experienced that, but I have been trapped in a few. But yeah, so noise rock band. I almost can't, with your voice and crooning, I can't even imagine you being noisy.
Yeah, I mean, I was the drummer, and it's
Oh,
actually my main instrument, so it's the one that I relate the most. I'm like a heavy drummer, and that's who I am. Like, I play a little bit of everything, but drums is like my main instrument. And I was just doing backing vocals for that project. It was mainly drums and recording and producing, and and she's still the lead singer. We are just taking a long break right now. And yeah, we tour also with band like Shellac, and was really fun, and it was really nice to meet Steve Albini, to become friend with him, Todd,
God.
and
Oh, wow.
yeah, with the whole gang. And it was really sad when he died. Like, I was like, all the music scene all around the world, we were all sad, but
Shocked. Shocked.
particularly because I grew up with that music and I knew the guy and we shared experiences together. Yeah, that was devastating. Like, it's something that I actually didn't expect, because the guy was not doing drugs, was not
Right. Yeah.
drinking, and it was not old at all. So it's something that I really, I don't know, it was not like even in the back of my mind, something like
Not
that.
even.
Yeah, I
Man,
really,
I tell you, you are so right. Because when that happened, like we had just watched a documentary with him in it, and I think he's my age, and I was just like, you got to be kidding me! Just the amount of music that guy produced.
yeah.
I'm so glad I'm amazed you got to work with him. That's so great. That
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to work like in a studio together, and that actually was a plan that I had. And
mm,
I'm devastated that it's not gonna happen. But at the same time, I'm extremely grateful that I got to meet him and to go on tour with him, to open for his band Shellac. So that's an experience that it will stay with me for the rest of my life.
it's fantastic. That's amazing to me, and congratulations that you got to work with the man. I'm
Yeah.
so impressed. I didn't expect that. I didn't know that. I did not know that. But yeah, thank you once again getting you on here. I know we're all pressed for time, but you, sir, you took the time today, and I appreciate you doing this. You can't.
You too. I mean, I appreciate you like having me and everything. Like, it means a lot. Like, every little support means the world to me, because this project is just me, and I'm like recording, mixing, producing, playing live, booking the shows, doing the press. So it's a lot of stuff. And like, thanks to people like you, or the people that are coming to my show, or the people that are buying my records, is like, that gives me the push, because I still always, and I would love forever to play music, but sometimes you get so overwhelmed that you're like, why am I doing this? Like, but then you're like, oh, people care, people relate to what I'm doing and to who I am. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's really precious to me,
I think Jess could help you out with that one right there. The why am I doing this part?
Oh, for
especially now with
sure.
inflation and everything. Is like, why am I doing this, right, Jess?
Yeah, but honestly, it's so worth it. You
Yeah,
know, like even if just one person shows up to a show, it's just one of those things where it's like, yes, I did it, right? Like
yeah,
your creation is being heard and people are appreciating it and you can share. And that's honestly that's why I think musicians are some of the most down to earth people usually, right?
Mm,
yeah. I mean, yeah,
I
we're
prefer
doing
the
this for this reason. And it's even more amazing, like, when you are playing around the world, and like, you are not sharing the same language, but at the same time you are, because
Yeah.
music is
yes.
the same language, and it goes even beyond like words and anything. It's like emotion is words, is everything. And then there is also your face. It's like, I don't know, for me it's the best. I'm not really good at talking, as you guys can see and tell, but
You're
it's
better
like
than most people I talk to all day today. I spend a lot of time with
kind
musicians
man.
because preferentially I speak with musicians like Jess just said, down to earth people. We just came off of Left Behind, and that song, I don't know what it is, man, but that song touched me really deeply, and I fell into that where you say in your write-ups, you write nostalgic feeling music. There's a nostalgia with that sound. Your guitar, it brought me back to like 1990. I mean, I don't it just there was something to it. And I don't know if you dug for it or if it comes natural to you, but Left Behind is a beautiful song.
uh,
Everything you do, I mean, just right.
Yeah, no, I listened to that song for the first time and then I put it on replay and I closed my eyes and I laid down and I was like, okay, now I get to hear everything. Like I get to hear with my eyes closed, you know. It was just beautiful.
Thank you
Absolutely.
so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, I don't try anything too hard. I mean, that's what I learned throughout the years, because I started to play really young when I was 8. And like, to me, it's like a waste of time to try to replicate a sound. I'm a sound engineer, a producer, and I know how to do stuff. But for me, like, to me, that's a waste of time. So I just want to do what's my thing. And probably some people are not gonna appreciate it or like it or relate to it, but to me that's fine. Like I just rather like just do what I like, and it's just emotion, feelings, and it doesn't matter. Even in the past, like as a drummer, because I studied that instrument, I was trying to be fancy with it, like trying to do like crazy drum fill and all those kind of thing. And now actually people will never understand that I'm a drummer, because that's the easiest instrument in my like composition, because I'm just trying to serve the music. And as you said, like nostalgic for me is more a feeling than a genre or like
Mm-hmm.
something specific about a year. Of course, I grew up with like 60s music, psychedelic rock, Velvet
Yes.
Underground, Sid Barrett, the early Pink Floyd, the
Wow.
Beatles, and
Yes.
all the 90s are my favorite years, and that's one thing. But I listen also to a lot of music, even classical music. I grew up also with that, and for me, it's just like the way I feel. I'm a person that, if someone knows me, I'm a person that jokes a lot to make people happy, because I want to make people happy when I'm in person. But at the same time, I'm really nostalgic. I'm really sad. And some other musician that I played with in the past, they think that sad music, it's ridiculous that you have to make people just dance.
Mm-mm.
And yeah, it's nice to make people dance. I don't disagree with that, but that's my feeling, and I don't want to pretend to be always happy. When I feel happy, yeah, I'm gonna share also that kind of song. But to me, it's
Mhm.
more, I don't know, it is gonna more hit the people if you are really real with your and honest with yourself. And that's why probably you felt that way with Left Behind. Left Behind is just the way I feel musically, but also I lost my dad and I lost my cousin, and that's like all the things that I lived in the last year, like in that song. That's why also in the lyrics I'm saying wherever you are here, because that's the only way to go through what I'm living, like feeling these people that I loved so much, and they were so pure, way better people than me, and feeling
Mm.
them with me where I am like makes me move forward and honor them with some good music as well. I don't know.
You did.
It's hard to explain, but yeah,
I
with the
feel like you
music
only get it if you get
here.
it.
Yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
That explains everything to me. I wrote a story recently called Left Behind, and it very similar. It had to do with lots of loss of loved ones, and then being left behind and wondering how I'm going to find my way back. And your guitar talked to me before you even started singing. It was just like, wow, I knew where that song was going to go. I can't explain that.
Thank you
Um,
so much. It means really a lot to me. Like
you guys
that's
have
like why I'm doing music. Like
Hmm.
thank you guys. Like thanks to you
absolutely.
guys.
I
Thank you.
Thank you. Exactly. That song. But yeah, I was going to ask you where it came from, and now I mean it's almost like I knew. It's yeah, I relate. I relate. But yeah, now you have this technique. I don't I want to let's see here. Like when you yeah, the sad connotations. Actually just hit on everything I was going to ask you about on that. But
Sorry,
your
I
textures
ruined your
have like
job.
no, but like there's a tone that with all your songs, and I like what you said. You're not afraid to be sad. You're not afraid to feel that emotion.
Yeah,
Jess and I talk about that a lot. And
Mhm.
her music, Jess, I mean, this is for you to take the wheel right here.
Honestly, all of my music from the time I started writing at 15 up until now being 26, every single song was not a pointless song. I've been told so many times, write a happy song. Are you ever gonna write a happy song? And
yeah,
I wrote a
I heard
song
that.
called, yeah, and like I wrote a song called Happy Song because it's more upbeat, but the lyrics still hit hard, right? I'm
Awesome.
like, I'm
Good
trying. Does
job.
that work? So
Yeah,
like, yeah, I have a lot of respect for people who also really put that emotion in, and it's like, love it or hate it, I don't care, but this is
exactly.
me. It's wearing your heart on your sleeve in an artistic form, you know?
Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah, I completely agree with you. Like, even for myself, like I grew up that like thinking that, yeah, okay, I'm feel depressed, but it's not okay to cry. You're a man, you can't cry, and all stuff
Hmm.
like that. And nobody told me that. It's just society, you know. and also I was made that way. Even if I had a happy childhood, to be fair,
I
people
hear
around
you.
me didn't have an happy childhood, but I did, and I was just, I don't know, maybe chemically, I don't know, I was just built that way, and I was just built in a way that I just absorb like a sponge all the sadness from the people around, and I feel so much empathy that I feel deeply depressed, and I don't even need to talk about it. Like I'm talking about it with the music, and I'm not scared to do it because I'm receiving this because there are people suffering. So there are people that are relating with this feeling, and
Mhm.
they are allowed to feel that way. And they are allowed to feel happy when they want to feel happy. And if they are sad or mad, they can be sad and mad. I mean, that's a feeling, and it's a validated feeling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel validated because Jess will get on me because I get anxiety and I always feel like everybody's mad at me, and occasionally they are, but I overthink it, and she'll just point at me whether we're at a convention or whatever and just say and immediately I know I'm doing it. I'm going to, but I'm an empath like yourself. I feel other people around me. They may be upset about something that's not me, but I feel that they're upset and I
Yeah,
want to know how I can help them. But your music, you found the way. You pick up that guitar and you do it. And Dan, congratulations for that because you nailed it.
thank you, David.
I hear you in your guitar, like I said, it's a culmination of so much '90s stuff that I love. From well, we'll go to the Cure, Pearl's guitar, going all the way to Nirvana, obviously. But man, you get those feels and the like the Cure. That is what they were best at, and still remain that way. That last record. Are you a fan of the Cure?
Yeah, so the funny thing is that a lot of people are telling me this thing about The Cure.
Oh
And
no.
even before with a song that I wrote with Jancy, with Moa, that is called X Marks, that actually is pretty
Yes, I
popular.
know the song. Yeah.
And people always told me this, but I like The Cure and I have nothing against them at all. I actually enjoy their music, but I never even listen like an entire album. So I'm not a fan or even less a mega fan. I respect them, and every
Mhm.
time I heard something from The Cure, I like them. And of course, I know the big singles that I heard on the
Sure.
radio. And but I never, I don't know. It's one of the few bands that I never like started to listen an album from the beginning to the end. So it's
Hmm.
actually not my influence. Like I just want to be honest, but I completely respect them. They are, yeah, a great band that I don't know. They invented something that was pretty unique
Yeah.
back in the late 80s. And yeah, so yeah, regarding them, yeah, not that much. Like all the other stuff that you said, of course, like there is a combination of like psychedelic rock of from early Pink Floyd or 90 music. Like I love the Sonic Youth. Like I listen so much to Sonic Youth, even if there is less that noisy part, is more like a more hidden thing in my music, but that I always wanna have it to have some like weird, interesting thing in every song because I wanna always, that's my goal, to have like something that is unique just to that song, that can be just a noise or something else. It's something that I learned from Sonic Youth. And then of course I listen to Nirvana, and I don't know, yeah, like, and then also My Bloody Valentine, Slow
Hmm.
Dive, like a lot of dream pop bands. So yeah, like I have a long list, and I'm happy that it's that way. That is now that I was never focused just to a band. Maybe when I was actually teenager, I was more having phases like, oh, this month is like the Doors month. I'm gonna read all the books about Jim Morrison, listen to all the records, all the vinyls and everything, or and then the month about the Velvet Underground and so on. Or Live in Pompeii of Pink Floyd. I was obsessed with that. um, but yeah, like right now I'm like really, I just enjoy music, and if there is something that I really like, it doesn't matter if it's on the radio or if it's something that I discover on KXP, or even like from bands that I'm working with, because I'm a producer. So like I'm mixing a lot of albums even from bands that I don't even know, from far away, from Slovenia, from Australia, from Canada. Right now I'm working with an artist that is called Revolution Above Disorder, that is from Vancouver, BC, Canada, and I don't know, it's one of my favorite bands right now.
That's good. We like leads like that. Jess and I are really into we like heavy music. We're into like some extreme music in some cases. You know, we do a lot of metal here. But we
Oh, that's
have a guy,
cool. I
she
love that.
play absolutely. But Jess, how do you explain the music you play? What would you say?
I can't explain it. Because I do a lot of covers, and it'll be like Tom Petty, Alanis Morissette,
Yeah,
Sublime. You know, I do a lot of
yeah,
random like older music, but it's more like folk than anything or indie, you know, singer-songwriter types.
Hmm.
And then I'll just hop on, do my own music, and it's just like really depressing, maybe a slight cabaret thing or some type of like gentle piano with just really like aggressive, loud singing. Like I don't know. I am
love
all
that.
over the place.
What's the name of
All
your
over.
project? Now I wanna.
Just my stage name. It's Jess Weary.
Okay, perfect. I wanna save.
Yeah.
Are you on
She's
Spotify?
I was, and then my thing actually, you know how when it comes to actually promoting music, things like
Yeah,
that, you tend to have the distributor. Yeah,
yeah.
totally forgot to pay it. So so
Don't
they
worry.
took all my music down, and I'm like,
But maybe I can
damn
find
it.
you on Bandcamp.
YouTube.
Okay, awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
Bandcamp. We
YouTube
support
right now for
Bandcamp.
sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
I'm
I,
really curious now. Sounds interesting.
absolutely. Oh, she's playing herself down right now, and I put her on the spot. But yeah, I mean, we like heavy music here, between the two of us. But yeah, I digress. 'Cause we liked your stuff. Like when I heard you, I was intrigued. That whole thing, the emotional thing that I try to avoid my whole life, but you made it okay. Um,
I'm glad because sometimes like some people would judge that it's like, oh, if you like shoegaze, you have to do just shoegaze because now it's like really hip again. But I don't want to do that stuff. It's a waste of time. And at the same time, I don't want to play just heavy or just dream pop. I just want to play whatever it is that I'm feeling. And it
Yeah.
is this combination of 90s rock that can be more aggressive. I mean, Left Behind, I think is the right combination of everything because it's like the really heavy chorus and then the more, I don't know, shoegazy dream pop kind of
Mhm.
verse, but it's still glued together somehow. I don't know.
dark wave. There's so many
Yeah,
terms for it. And
for sure.
shoegaze, I've been they even go as far back to the sneaker pimps. They're claiming, that's shoegaze goes back to them.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
it definitely there were Mazzy Star, if you
Oh
ask
yeah,
me.
I love Mazzy Star.
Good
Amazing.
stuff, man. Yeah, even us metalheads have to mellow out now and then. So listen, I'm gonna take a quick break here because I think we need to let them hear a song. I was gonna say "Lay It Down," but "Where Is My Soul?" Which would you play first? We were Left Behind is how we opened up.
Let's do Lay Down, that is more quiet, and then we go back to the rock
Lay Down.
vein
Okay,
of
you got
Pink.
it, man. Lay down it is, and we'll be right back here with Andrea Volpato. Did I say
Yeah,
that?
that's
Hey,
correct.
almost, almost. All right, guys. Thanks for listening. Be right back. All right, folks. Hey, we're back. Hope you like Lay Down. Lay Down is an awesome tune. And among my favorites, there's so many across the board with you. And I did know the X Marks song that you referred to earlier. And again, all the best conversations still happen off the air. This time we're talking about weather because the storm of the century is coming our way. I don't know if you're getting it in Seattle, my friend. Are you
We
getting
had a
any?
really bad storm in the early December. I
Yeah.
didn't have electricity for 2 days, and I had
Oh,
like a
Seattle.
solar panel generator, and I actually recorded one song for the new album with the generator and the solar panel.
Oh
Because I
wow.
was so sad to like just stop recording, and then after a day I was like, let's try it out, and now I have a song, I have a story for that song. But yeah,
Hey.
right now actually we have the best weather ever. It's like really cold, but it's really sunny, and I didn't see the sun for the last 2 months. So I feel actually for the first time talking about sadness, I feel happy after many, many months.
Well, yeah,
There you
Seattle. I
go.
know it's always a rainy season there from what we understand here.
Yeah, really
Um,
long season.
I gotta ask you, do you write the riff first? Do you come up with the sound and then the lyrics follow? Or do you get an idea? Where does it start for you?
Always like from a riff, like I'm either like playing in the studio, or I'm sometimes now it happens because I'm also a guitar teacher and a drum teacher. It happens that I'm like just teaching something and out of the blue, I don't know, I have like a riff that I really like, and I'm like asking to the student, can you wait 1 second? Let me hit record on the phone. I need to remember this riff. So a lot of times it's just like, I don't know, hanging out with the guitar. Every time I try to write something, it never happens. Like it's really rare when I'm forcing myself. But the lyrics, to answer to your question, they are always coming last. I'm always trying to, I don't know, make a melody with the vocals, but it's always gibberish. I'm always looking for a specific sound. And sometimes with this gibberish and random words, I don't know how, but I'm like reading or listening to the demo and I'm like, oh, that makes sense. And I was thinking about nothing and it's exactly what I would want to write. And
Hmm.
sometimes it's something in the middle and then I have to work out like a way to make sense on the thing. But like I'm always, yeah, starting with the music for sure and like just making sounds with my vocals. But it's really rare that I have a lyrics. Just a couple of times it was like together, like with the music, that I already had the lyrics. So yeah, I'm more a musician than a lyricist. I have
Well, that makes
ideas,
sense.
but I don't know. I don't want to go there.
You made perfect sense to me because I never actually used these terms before talking to a musician, but your guitar has mood swings. I noticed there's changes like in
I'm
definitely in some
bipolar.
song. I mean, I'm telling you, like in certain, I'm like, wow, the mood just changed just then, and I'm wondering if the guy playing it felt it when he did that. Do you do it on purpose? Do your fingers do it organically? You both could probably answer that one. I'm hogging the mic here, Jess. What do you, well, you should answer that question first. Like, does your guitar do you just feel it and it changes and you make that change in the song in the moment? Can the song go a different direction and you reel it back in? I mean, I just felt mood swings in your guitar work.
Yeah, I'm just going with the flow actually. Like I'm not really thinking about like I never thought about these mood swings. Actually, nobody ever told me that. Like so I mean I like this comment actually because some people they were like saying that they like it a lot and it's really consistent, but I never heard this comment. I like it because it's also part of my personality. I'm a really quiet guy and on stage I'm really crazy, like really crazy. And that's why it's my favorite part. But then like yeah, that's why there's this two duality in my life. Like I'm not bipolar on a daily basis, but like I'm just quiet in my regular life and then more like crazy on stage. So probably that comes out when I'm writing music because I'm feeling and vibing with the music and probably already knowing where this is gonna go when I'm gonna play it live because I played for so many years, I toured for so many years. So probably it's like those two personalities are probably I don't know, melting together, I guess.
Yeah, I'd say definitely. And you work now, Jancy Ray Buffington. That was
Yeah.
the band we were talking about. X Marks. I was familiar with that song. Again, dark nostalgic is well, that's what the write up was. I felt it. It's a hypnotic. You can't take your eyes off of it. It's a beautiful video that you guys made. Euphoric
Yeah.
Recall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was from like people that are really good. Actually, we filmed that video in Italy, and because we live in Seattle, people thinks that yeah, it's Seattle, but it's just like from where I'm from is from near Venice because we have the Dolomites near Venice, Italy. So we filmed the video there, but there was a really crazy director. They are really great, and it's affordable in Italy. Like if we do something like that here, like you are like Hollywood level because it's the same kind of camera, and of course you have to have millions of dollars, and it's not the case for us.
Well, Jess can relate to that too. She has no budget, but
Ugh.
she kicks some ass live.
And
I was
that's
gonna,
important.
yeah, I I think I've been paid for probably like 3 gigs total, and that was just like the first time they were like, "You done good, kid," and I'm like, "Yeah, thanks. Didn't expect this." And then the other ones were mostly just tips, and I'm pretty sure my dad was the one to put the 20 in. So, you know,
Oh
but
no.
that's
That's
also,
sweet.
but at the end of the day, you're doing what you love, so it's kind of like
Exactly. That's
it doesn't need, you know.
Yeah, that's
Well,
the most important thing for sure.
your music, both of you, but your music takes you to different places. Like I don't even have to watch the video to visualize what's going on. I write, so I use music to write, and your music is helping me do that in the moment. And
I'm really glad.
I'll send you some results at some point,
Yeah,
whether you
please.
have time or not. But yeah, you definitely gave me some visuals to work with there, and I'm always looking. I'm not a painter, I can't draw, but I can write,
Me
and
neither. I wish I could actually, because I would love to.
I can
Uh,
only imagine what you'd come up with.
but yeah, video actually is something that I really like because I really like movies. I'm a huge fan of Quentin Tarantino and David Lynch
Yeah.
and all these kind of crazy directors. And I would like sometime to have the budget to, I don't know, do a movie or even just for my music because I have a vision that is really specific. And Moa, and even like with stuff that I did with Moa, we were able sometimes to fly back to Italy and like film these crazy music videos with these really talented people that love Moa and love her music, and that's really satisfying because then you are just having fun. They know your idea and they are just gonna execute it. But like for Painted Vein is all DIY, and I'm trying to do my best, but it's like I'm the musician, I'm the one in the video, and I can't control everything. So sometimes it gets frustrating because like I have a specific idea in mind and I would like that everyone enjoys that idea and can see what I want them to see, but sometimes it's really hard. And sometimes I get closer. In the next video that is coming out next week that I filmed in LA, that's closer to my vision. I was able to work a little bit better with the camera that I have. So yeah,
Amazing.
you
Yeah,
let me know.
I was going to ask you
Yeah.
that very question. If you were to film something, what would be the movie? What soundtrack would you like to make for the movie? Like, where do you even go story, or are you just going with visuals? Like, what kind of film would you make?
I mean, I guess I would be more like a David Lynch kind of guy, meaning that
Hmm.
it's like I wanna like share a story that everyone can relate with, like something day to day. Like it can be like my music video of Left Behind that I'm going to a diner or I'm just hanging in Seattle, but it's about the feeling, about the colors, about the light. That's why sometimes I don't have the equipment to film like during sunset, but like when it's dark and there is sunset, it's like my vibe.
I get it.
So it's a lot about lighting and vibes and feelings and like trying to share like a feeling. And of course, it's one of the most difficult thing, more than I don't know the story and the dialogue. I want that there is a story, of course, but I don't know. It's more a feeling. Like even like I don't know. Probably you guys are familiar too with Twin Peaks
Hmm.
Hmm.
from David Lynch, and actually, like I love the story. Of course, I'm a huge fan of Twin Peaks. I even have a tattoo of Twin Peaks on my arm.
Wow.
But the thing is that, like, the thing that I relate the most with is I don't know the feelings of Twin Peaks that is crazy, but is dark and is scary, and it's also sad. And I don't know. And there are a lot of I don't know conversation that are not even conversation that are just either weird or people are not talking, and some people don't like that of Lynch, especially in the first season, because there is a lot of I don't know really long scenes, but I love that. It's like I don't know, even on Pulp Fiction there is a scene like that that they wanted to
Mhm.
cut it when they are at the diner, John
Yeah. Yeah.
Travolta and Uma Thurman. And I think that's the best part of the movie because it's like that awkwardness of when you have like your first date, and but you're also comfortable a little bit with the silence, but at the same time yeah that's real. But like if you're doing a mainstream movie, yeah, you want to cut that out because you just want to keep like the pace of the movie and just like have the best. You don't want like moments that everything is quiet unless it's someone dying or something extreme. But yeah, I appreciate that kind of I don't know cinematography and writing in a movie.
Ama- Amazing. Yeah, you're a master of emotion then. You really are. Definitely. Yeah. We always ask folks here, what kind of movies they like and stuff. Yeah, I think you answered, but yeah, you're going more the art direction. You ever get into horror movies at all?
In the what, sorry?
Horror movies.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I love horror movies, especially when I was younger. And the funny thing, like, is that I was obsessed with horror movie or even like really extreme, like splatter movie, like I don't know, even like Saw. You remember like Saw
Of
one,
course.
two, three, that they were
Oh yeah.
pretty intense, and I couldn't even go to see them at the movie theater, but I was lying about my age because I was 14. And I really enjoyed that, and I was also laughing sometime. And now that I see death like for real in my life, now I enjoy it a little bit less. I
Mm.
don't know why. Like like I don't know. It brings me. I actually watched a movie. I don't know if you guys watched it. That was pretty popular last year. It's called Substance.
Oh,
Yeah.
she
I
did.
That
was
movie
just telling him
was
about that.
crazy, was really crazy and almost looked like a Quentin Tarantino movie. And
Yeah.
to me, that movie, I really enjoy it, but something really moved me in a visceral way that I felt nauseous at the end of the movie. And I felt that I
Mhm.
needed to vomit. And it never happened to me ever. And I watched way more extreme movies.
Mm.
I'm even a fan of crime. Like I fall asleep every night watching like Forensic Files and other crime
Uh-huh. So do I.
Mhm.
So do
because
I.
I like science stuff and I like forensic and I like murders,
Yeah, I
Mhm.
stuff
watch
like
all
that.
those documentaries, murder docs. Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Jess is into grosser films, and you could talk that with her big time.
What's your
Definitely am,
favorite
but
one? Yes.
uh, I can't honestly pick one at this point. I mean, I
Mm.
do have to stick with Terrifier for gore factor, but the thing is, like with horror, there's so many different types and
Yeah.
categories that I can't pick just one, right? So I'm a big fan of A24, so like when I
Oh,
watched
me too. Oh my
Hereditary,
God.
right? Hereditary was my like nauseating, like I went into it completely blind and the raw emotion, the concept behind metaphors, like it's more than just oh scary. Yeah, it's like wow,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
some, especially for an empath, right?
Yeah. I really love that too. I really
Hmm.
love A24 production. It's amazing. Yeah.
I agree.
I'm gonna challenge you both on a movie that has no gore, but the emotion really took it for me. Either of you watch Good Boy yet with the dog?
No, not yet.
I'm getting there. I will,
I
I
know. All
promise.
right, now I'm not going to say anything else. People are afraid to watch it because they love dog. Well, we love dogs too, but this is
Yeah.
a movie for dog lovers. I don't care what you think or whatever. You could have all the fear you want, but it's all about a dog protecting its master from something coming to kill him, and the dog
Awesome.
knows it. The dog knows
That
it.
sounds interesting. And I also love dogs. So
Oh,
I
then
definitely gonna watch it.
this is the third episode in a row I'm talking about this dumb film, and it's not
Yes.
dumb, but it's 82 minutes of pure emotion, and
Is
I
it
don't.
on Netflix?
It is right now. It's on Shutter on Prime. It's on
Oh,
Shutter,
okay.
and we
Okay.
both. I think Jess has Shutter. I always have a subscription to Shutter. That's it.
I don't, but like I'm really, I don't know. I really want to watch this movie now or
Yeah,
TV show,
definitely. I
whatever it is.
recommend it. Okay, what would surprise? What is something that you listen to that actually would surprise folks? Is there something a band or music that be like, oh, I didn't see him doing that.
So I'm like, to be really honest with you, more I don't know. I become older, but this is because of my job. And more difficult to me is to surprise, like to be surprised by a band. And that's my own fault. It's because I was in this business. I started way too young, and I'm not just play with painted vein, like writing music and touring. I'm like producing and mixing every day, all day long. So you get tired. Actually, sometimes it's the first time in my life that I go in the car and I don't even listen to music
Hmm.
because it's like every day. And before was like the hobby, like my free time, and now my free time is like those couple of hours without music. But
Hmm.
yeah, there are still sometimes like some bands like this band Revolutionable Disorder that Steven, the main guy, is also became a friend of mine, and we're gonna also play together in Vancouver in
Wow.
April with Painted Vein. So that's gonna be fun. So like bands like that, and then also lately I'm really in love with the new career of Kim Gordon from Sonic Youth.
Yeah.
Like she really changed, and in a way, of course, I don't like every single song, but I don't know,
Right.
it's like something really unique. And I don't know, I also saw her here in Seattle like 2 times in the last 2 years.
Oh man,
And
you're
I'm
lucky.
like, Jesus, this woman is like, I'm more impressed of her, and not just because of her history, but like her age. And I see kids every day playing, and they don't have that fire anymore. And sometimes it's more rare, but there are like actually older people than me, or really old people like Kim Gordon, that they still have this fire. And I don't know, it touches me in a really deep way. And also at the same time, also the music is more unique. And now she actually just released a song 2 days ago that I was just listening in the car.
Hmm.
That is
Yes.
Not Today, I think, the title of the song.
I
Uh,
can't remember. Yeah, I really
and
liked
that
it.
song is completely different. Like she was just doing in these 2 albums something that was more electronic and
Yeah.
modern, but at the same time still grungy. That I
Hmm.
really appreciated that, and noisy. And this new song is like, I don't know, like a pop, but also I don't know, dream pop shoegaze song that is also really modern. So I'm
Hmm.
like, I rather listen to this 70 years old woman that is doing something that matters than younger bands than me that are trying to do shoegaze that sounds like My Bloody Valentine. And I love My Bloody Valentine, but I can listen to My Bloody Valentine. They are alive, there are albums, and I'm not interested to that. I get so bored. Like, and I love shoegaze, and that says a lot. Some people just like to feel comfortable and listening something that is really predictable and that sounds just like the other thing or whatever. Can be
No,
shoegaze,
you're
can be
correct. That's
anything.
frustrating to me. I deal with a lot of people that listen to the same songs every day, all day long. And me, I need input. It's like an addiction for me. I constantly need, and I found that Kim Gordon song the same day I found you.
Oh, that's
There you go.
awesome.
We did 360
I
right
feel
there.
honored.
Oh man, dude. Yeah, I was just like, this is weird for her. This is a little different, but she's not just
What
like you.
happened to her voice?
Right, but she still has that fire
Yeah.
though. You're right.
Yeah.
Man, that's well, all right. We're gonna give them another taste here. Before we close out the show, I want them to hear Where Is My Soul, if you're okay with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because nothing speaks more than that guitar. Wow. Yeah, guitars get me first. I guess I'm a sucker for it. With you two being musicians, when you're listening to it, do you go for the vocals first? Do you go for a look? Do you go for a sound, a tone? What gets you to come back for the second song?
So when I'm like in a more relaxed mood, I can just go like to the vibe, and that's the best moment for me. But because I'm an audio engineer, like
Mm.
I have like a defect in my brain that I'm thinking about everything at the same time. I'm thinking about the production, I'm thinking about the mixing, I'm thinking about the 8K boost on the snare drum, I'm thinking about the melody of every instrument, the groove, the vocal tone, the effect on the vocal. I'm thinking about everything at the same time. That is good for my brain, but sometimes you don't even enjoy music. And when I'm not thinking about this, it means that I'm really enjoying the music, and I
Yeah.
can just go in that, I don't know, I can go with the flow, and that's the best thing ever. Like, because I go back to when I was 6 years old in my bedroom with my little guitar or whatever, and that's the best feeling ever. I mean, at the end of the day, music is entertainment, and yes, to share feelings, but also brings you out sometime of like your frustration of the day, and just letting you go with the flow, and just go with it. Like, yes, to
Hmm.
entertain you.
There is no mistake that I found you. Jess, yeah, what is it for you a vocal? Is it a lyric? Is it a look? Is it a sound, a guitar? What gets you to go back and listen to a band again?
Honestly, I don't know. I'm
You're
thinking hard on
different.
this
You're
question.
different.
I'm like
That's
actually really trying to figure out, like I don't want to answer just to answer, because
Well,
there's so
think
many
about it.
different. Well,
Think
yeah,
about it.
like there's so many
We
different
can get back to
factors,
we
you
can get
know?
back to you. We can get back. I know because yeah, 'cause she goes motionless in white, and she'll go to well what's a mellower band for you these days?
Genesis.
Right? Isn't that wow? That's your
That's what I'm
dad.
saying. Like
Yeah.
It is, yeah. But that's the thing, right? Like Talking Heads, I'll go straight to oh God,
Yeah,
I
nothing wrong
King
there.
King Crimson,
Oh my
you
God, I love
know,
some.
Ambrosia. I love stuff like that because I'm like, ooh, this is interesting, right? I
Yeah,
hear it and I'm just like, yes, I feel it. I don't know what they're saying, but it's great. And then
exactly.
and then I'll just go straight from that to, I'll hear I don't know if you listen to Blue October, but
Yeah, no of
s-
them.
um, I
Never.
struggle with a lot of mental health problems, right? And Blue October has always been a band that has multiple different sounds, but he's always written, he being the lead singer, Justin Furstenfeld, he's always written his pain, and that was how he became popular. He struggled with drug addiction and so many different types of mental health, schizophrenia, bipolar, and he was honest about his struggles, frustration. So when I heard his music for the first time, I heard the lyrics. Like I didn't hear anything other than lyrics and the pain in his voice. But at the same time, I'll listen to friggin' Taylor Swift and I'm like, ooh, okay, all right, this is a vibe. And I'll still
It,
go back to it because it's just you feel different, something different, something will catch your eye. So it's like everything, kind of.
I'm not even afraid to admit Def Leppard was one of my first loves. Of course, I was like 10, 11 years old, but they're a rock and roll band. And I gotta tell you, Andre, what you said, I recently saw the Fab Four, which is a Beatles cover band. I grew
Yeah,
up with Beatles. I saw Beatlemania when I was 7 with my dad, and I just relived it again. And my God, what a show! What a show! It was just amazing. And they're out in Vegas. You probably have a better chance of seeing them than I do
yeah,
again.
it's closer.
Amazing. But it brought it all back, that feeling,
Yeah,
I was like banging my head to the Beatles for God's sakes. What?
yeah.
Didn't think
Such
you could do
a
that.
unique band in history that did everything in such a young age and in such a short amount of time. Like I'm still like it's
Oh my God.
something that it doesn't get old to me. Like there are some bands that I'm like, oh, this now sounds old to me. But like every year and there, like I go back to, I don't know, Rubber Soul or
Hmm.
Revolver is one of my favorite
Yes. Those are
albums.
our two favorite. My dad's favorite is Rubber Soul, mine's Revolver. That's amazing.
Yeah. But
And
yeah, like I agree with Jess, like about like also sometimes like you don't understand bands because are weird, like Kim Crimson that I love them, or like Radio that is one of my favorite bands.
Yep. I was gonna
It's
say
like
Radiohead
they
too.
have like a really intense, like especially also Radio, like something that is really intense, like emotion in a emotional level. But at the same time, there are weird music elements, and also between albums they are so different. Like
Mm-hmm.
Radiohead, they did like the grunge album because it was during that era, and then there was the electronic album, and then there was the crazy album like Kid A that was mixing both of the genre. So I don't know, it's like that. It's that sweet spot like of
Mhm.
doing a really interesting music that probably the first time that I heard Kim Crimson or Radiohead, I was like, oh, that's weird, but like not that's weird in a negative way. Like I do not understand this, but then I can't wait to listen again to this, and then you really understand and you really enjoy even better. And there are
Mm-hmm.
like a few, yeah, like a couple of bands that are like this, or even Shellac for me, like they never touch me, and then I start to tour with them and listening to that music live that was meant to be just live because their album are like live sessions, and I'm like, oh my god, like Steve Albini was like a messiah, like the opposite of what I thought he was, and it was just like this animal and this, I don't know, music, I don't know, underground music messiah. That it was, I don't know, the way he moved, the way he played, the anger, like I don't know, and being angry about rapists and rednecks and all stuff that I'm mad to, or like bad politicians. Like I don't want to say name because now I
That's all right,
don't want
man.
to
That's
go
all
to
right.
politics because I'll get too mad, and I don't want to also
Oh, God,
bring.
that's all of us.
But
Um, Amazing
you
answer.
had, so we know.
Amazing answer. You blew me. The amazing answer. Perfect answer, I will say. We're gonna get to a tune though, and then we're gonna come back. We were gonna go with "Where's My Soul." and I lost track there just because yeah, and you filled my head with perfect answers. And sometimes I lose my direction because I fall into what you guys are saying, and it's just like takes me right back to the music. But let's get into Where's My Soul, and we're gonna get right back, and we'll finish things off here because I know you got to go. I know we're holding you up, but
That's okay.
appreciate your
I'm
time.
enjoying this. This is a conversation. It's not like a regular interview. It's more a conversation, and I'm enjoying it.
You
That's our
know,
goal.
thank you. That is our goal.
We want to actually get to know people, you know, it's the art and the person behind the art, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
Thanks. I appreciate that.
you got it. You got it. And thank you. We'll be right back, folks. Go. And we're back. I just wanted to show you something real quick because this came up today. This, I don't know if you could see this shirt in the background. This is a band, PMAD. Do you see that?
Yeah, I don't know them. Like I see the
Oh,
Pepsi logo with the
yeah, they were
Oh, I thought
on.
it was a Pepsi.
Right?
Sorry.
Oh, that's suicidal tendencies. But no, I had them on. It's weird when I Googled you earlier in the week, a picture of them came up with your name, and I was like, I wonder if he did something with them. That could have just been some weird thing because you're associated with me on the show,
I don't
but
know. I don't know
very
if maybe
strange. Unless he
work
likes
like in the
you.
same radio or we play together. I don't
I
remember.
think yeah, he's Irish. It's very possible you guys cross paths. But look him up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wonderful
Yeah,
band, PMAD. Look, it's one guy that does it all. And just
I'll write it down.
anyway, anyway, so we just heard Where's My Soul? I love that song, love the riff and the lyrics, everything about it. Once again, amazing. Um and the just everything we talked about, even off air, we got to know each other a little bit more. And you're not gonna hear that part, folks. We're gonna keep that between us. And for the next time he comes on our show, um, I have to ask you this one. When you write something and you're proud of it and you want to play it, who gets to hear it first? Who do you play it for first?
So usually I'm really private.
That's a good answer too. That's all
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Also because I want to make sure, like when I was a kid, I was just playing my stuff, and I was just like more cocky, like every other teenage person. But I don't know. Right now, it's more like either my best friend that is also a guy that plays with me because, of course, I'm one person, but I'm playing five instruments in my record, so I need five musicians live. So I have my best friends that play with me when I'm touring, which is the best feeling ever because they are talented and we are having a good time. And in the past, I didn't have like 100% this experience. It was more like yeah, we were friends, but now we are doing business and blah blah blah. So now I'm like just it's my music, but also I'm with my best friends that love my music and we are having fun. And then when we are on stage, we are just I don't know,
Hmm.
really like I don't know, being like one entity, and that's an amazing experience. So to answer to your question, I share with the people that play with me, but when it's done, because I don't want to ask like opinion is okay, like this is okay, like that because I just want to follow my gut because I don't know. It's not because I'm perfect, but like because in my imperfection, that's me. And so I usually I don't know share the song when it's ready, and then there is my publisher. That's always a good feeling because he's a fan first of all,
Hmm.
and he really enjoyed the music. And I always like, oh, I don't know if he's gonna like this one. I don't know if he's gonna like this one. And then it comes back with the opposite of what I'm thinking. Like Left Behind, I was like, oh, probably he's not gonna like this one. And he's like, and he's worked with a lot of musicians. This guy, this publisher, and it's like it's my favorite song ever. And I'm
Hmm.
like, and this guy is Italian, this publisher, so it's not like fake. It's like it will tell me if it doesn't like it. Believe me,
Paisan.
forget about it.
Yeah, that's well, no, that's amazing. And yes, that song again, we started off with Left Behind. That has made it up to one of my favorites too, right away. That doesn't happen often. And we listen to again 335 episodes here, lots of bands.
I
That
love
one,
it.
I was just determined to get you on here. And I thought it was important to get you and Jess in the same room because I thought you guys honestly could share the same thoughts, and you did.
And
And
I'm glad that I met her.
yeah, fantastic.
Absolutely.
Just
Thank you for that.
really. Jess, do you have something else for the gentleman here?
Hmm.
I know
I
there's
mean,
something brewing.
I have questions, but I
Go for
think
it.
they're more like it'd be a long conversation for sure. If you know what I mean. Like, like I said, I like to get to know people on a more personal level versus like, oh, what's your favorite color? Like, sure, I'd love to know what your favorite color is, but I also want to know the story behind how you write, and I want to know, you know,
You guys should fly
who.
to Seattle so I can meet you in person and we can just hang out and talk.
There you go. Or just come deal with this awful snowstorm
Yeah.
we're gonna get.
Yeah, we'll put you up. Yeah, we'll show you the sights. But yeah, well, go for it, Jess. Give him one more. Tighten it in a little
Okay.
bit.
You can even just tell me to fuck off. It's whatever.
No, no, no. All right, all right. Okay. I want to know what is one of your absolute favorite songs that you've written? It can be your newest, it can be your oldest, but one that really hits deep lyrically and musically.
I think lay down because it's weird, but it came out of me and I don't even know how. It was like after a long European tour that I was still playing with New Candies. I came back home and I had COVID and I was isolated in my room. I couldn't see anybody. And I wanted to go to my studio because I had like a kind of idea by watching, ironically, I was watching the documentary that came out 2 years ago of the Beatles while they're recording Let It Be. I don't
Yes.
Yeah.
remember. Yeah. And I don't know. I got like, I don't know, something was happening in my brain. Maybe it was like the virus. I just bought on Amazon, same delivery day, like a super shitty audio interface because I couldn't go to my studio. And I don't know, I just recorded the song like everything, the lyrics, bass, guitar, synthesizer, and yeah, and I don't know how that happened. And I'm really, I don't know, hard with myself. Like I'm like, oh, that's not enough. Even with Left Behind, with any of my songs, or like I could have done better. And it's every time like that. And Lay Down, I listened to Lay Down the other day accidentally because it popped up on my Spotify.
It's funny.
Really fun. I was like, oh, I'm gonna skip it, but then I was like, oh, this is actually a good song. So for the first time, I was proud of myself. It's really rare that I'm proud of myself. I'm always too hard.
That's
As we
important.
all are. Yeah.
Yes. And she has taught
Yeah.
me to be a little more proud of myself.
As you
And
should
yes,
be.
gotta, yeah,
Yeah,
validation there.
what should be. Sometimes it can be good also, at least for me, like to push myself even more because I know that I can do more. But sometimes like you can also just recognize, okay, that thing that I did actually is good. And yeah,
That's
I'm too scared to say it
Constructive.
out loud. No, so I
it's
don't
so
want to be
funny.
cocky. Like I don't know, like it's a combination of things. Like I've been around too many musicians that were either really famous because I have famous friends or bands that were small that they were just saying, yeah, we're doing the greatest music ever. And I'm like, how can you even say that? Like it's like I don't know, too much for me. I will never say something like that. It's just my
Too much ego.
personality. It's
Yeah.
The
just like,
ego.
yeah, you can say that you're proud of yourself, but like you're the best of
Mhm.
the world. That sounds a little bit, I don't know,
Well,
over
you
the top.
definitely should be proud, and you should also be very proud of that song too, because ironically enough, I hold on. Okay, so that's actually one of my favorites from you as well.
Oh,
Earlier I was gonna recommend it that we play it halfway through the show
thank you.
because proof. I was
Do
halfway
we have the
listening
same
to it before
taste?
we started. Yeah.
That's outside my house. Those wood.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Is it really?
Yeah, it is.
Ah, that's so cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I was listening to it right before we started too, because I was like, I wanted to,
you
focus
understand
on
me.
what my favorite was, and yeah, so
Thank you.
that's
Thank
awesome.
you so much. Thank you,
Yeah.
Jess.
Yeah, she's definitely great for positive reinforcement.
Yeah, we need
Gets me
that.
out. She gets me out of my shell every now and then. And this band here, like this will give you the time period, Jane's Addiction.
Oh
Remember
yeah.
that little band? Yeah, that's
Yeah,
talking
that's
about egos and stuff. But
yeah.
we still love them here. And I don't know if they ever crossed your path, if you listen to them at all, or that.
I mean, I know them, of course. I know some songs of them, but yeah, it was not like my. I don't know.
Wasn't your
There are some bands, even per jam, I don't dislike them, but it's something that I don't know. They don't move me. I know that they are also great guy. They are still
yeah.
one of the few entities in Seattle that they are helping, like I don't know, music and
Hmm.
museums and stuff like that. So I really, yeah, appreciate them, but their band never moved me. And the same with Jane's Addiction. But like bands like Sonic Youth or Nirvana or the
Definitely Nirvana.
Melvins, stuff like that. Yeah, bands like that move me. Even Alice in Chains, I'm not a huge fan, but like the songs that I liked from them, I don't
Mm.
know. His voice is just like something else.
Lane's amazing. I got
Mhm.
to see Lane several
Oh,
times.
really?
Yeah, yeah, talk about emotion. I had to learn emotions listening to guys like him and The Cure and Jane's Addiction. I learned about
Chris
emotion.
Cornell.
And Chris Cornell, forget
Oh
about
my
it.
God, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Hmm.
that man, he should still be with us.
That voice.
But,
Agreed.
speaking of which, Nirvana, like you said, and I'd be doing my listeners an injustice if I didn't ask you, how did you acquire something in the way? Is that your relationship with
That
producers?
was a weird thing. So I like as a like the way that I operate, like I don't play cover because it's something that for me is something that I did when I was, I don't know, a teenager. Right now, I just want to focus on doing my own thing. There is not enough time in this life, but something in the way I was just trying some preamp and I got like a riff that was like, oh, this is like a new song, but I'm playing on top of something in the way, and this is not exactly the same thing, and I was testing also some new preamps in my studio. So I was just recording it for myself, like as a, every once in a while I do something like that. And then someone listened to it. I don't remember if it was my best friend or who. And they're like, "Are you crazy? This is insane. It's like a new song, but it's still his song. So it makes even more sense that you're doing like your version of
Mhm.
that. You should release it with your album." And like, are you crazy? First of all, I live in Seattle and already Nirvana around the world is like, if you cover them, you have to nail it.
You did.
Here in Seattle, it's like a taboo. Like everyone is obsessed with Kurt still, but it's something like a stigma that people are still trying to grieve. It's like a weird thing that I didn't know before moving to Seattle 5 years ago
I
about.
understand. I actually am in exactly what you're talking about because every time I hear it, I'm equally happy as I am depressed when I hear
Yeah,
Nirvana music. Yeah, I get it.
there are people that I know for a fact that they moved here also because of that, and they are not gonna talk about that. Like they're gonna go like to his house, like just I don't know, to feel his spirit or something. But yeah,
Mm.
to answer to your question, yeah, it was not my plan to do a Nirvana cover, and if I was ever going to do a cover, it was not going to be Nirvana because it's something that to me is too big from my childhood. That like I don't know, is like an uncle for me, like that died when I was little. Kurt, that is like in that like pocket, like in that drawer of my childhood. So it's something too big, but yeah, they convinced me, and thank God I did it because people liked it, and also when I'm playing live,
Hmm.
it's pretty spooky because like everyone is singing the song and it's also not one of the most popular song. It was more a B-sides before Batman came out, and it was
Yeah,
my favorite song since when I was little. But yeah, it's weird to see all these people like screaming and it's like they're enjoying and they're living this thing again.
I
It,
did.
it's
Hmm.
really spooky and powerful. So yeah, I'm glad I did. I don't know if I'm gonna do cover in the future, but like I'm glad I did. And yeah, again, also because I live here, I didn't want also like to be really honest with you, also to be cliche, like the guy that lives in Seattle that is doing the Nirvana cover, like it's too much in my mind, but it just happened, and because it was honest, I guess people liked it.
Honest and humility. Everything you're saying right now, it's amazing to me because that song was the third one I heard of you from you, and like I said, the first two blew me away. Didn't know who you were, loved the music, already clicked, put them on. I'm buying the CD, blah blah blah, and then I heard something in the way. I'm like, wow, this guy. And I didn't once think you did it to a point where it was not like here I am in Seattle and carrying the Seattle flag and I love Kurt.
Yeah,
You didn't
and
do
there
that.
are a lot of these people like that. They are just dressing like Kurt. They are trying to scream like him,
Uh,
and it's like first of all, already happened. You are never gonna be able to replicate something like that. And
mm,
also, just don't waste time. Try to be yourself. And for me, even on
mhm.
something in the way I have these low vocals, like I didn't like it when I was little because I wanted to scream loud stuff because I was listening to Led Zeppelin, to Nirvana, to like bands that were just screaming loud, and I'm good at screaming, but my tone is low, so I have to be true to myself, and because that's who I am. So even for something in the way, it's like it's still me, and I'm singing with that deep vocals because it's like it's my voice, and otherwise, yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me. Then I respect other ideas. I'm just saying what's my reality and what are my thoughts.
Yes, I mean, he said it all.
Yep. Yep, can't even add to that one.
Can't. You can't. This is unfortunately the part where you tell everybody where to get your stuff, where you want them to get it, and what's coming next.
So what's coming next is a really long European and UK tour that I'm really excited. I actually gonna fly to Europe this Sunday, and we are gonna play 15 shows in Italy, Germany, Switzerland, the Netherlands, France, and the UK. And yeah, I'm really excited about that. And this is happening in February. And then I'm releasing a new single next week that is called Wanna Be Enough, and it's the second single from the second album. The first single was Left Behind, and now I'm releasing the second one, and soon I'm releasing the full album, and that's it. So you can look out for a new album, new songs, and tours and shows around where you live. And I hope to come also to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Yes.
Please
Yes.
do.
Please
Gotta
do.
meet
We
you.
will.
Expensive, but yeah, I want to do it.
We will be there. We will let you know. We got to stay in touch too.
Absolutely.
And just so you know, folks, yes, you can buy his CD as well on his site. I did. I always tell people I still buy my music when it comes to bands on the show and bands that well, we'll just say that I have a passion for, Deftones. I buy the music. Love the Deftones, but
And the new album, oh
we
my God.
own. I own vinyl, I have everything Deftones. But with you, I bought your CD, and here's the testimonial evidence, folks. The musician's right here. He knows. He saw me buy it,
Yeah, I shipped it this morning
and he should.
Ah,
because in Europe I have like people that are shipping for me, like in Europe, but in the US I ship it myself.
I got lucky because I think you're going to be hard to get a hold of very soon. I just feel that way. And good luck to you. I hope
Thank you
you
so much.
are hard to find. Not hard to find, hard to get a hold of because you're busy for the right reasons. Jess, anything else to add?
honestly, no. I'm just very grateful for the opportunity to meet and to chat. So hopefully, stay in touch. Don't be a stranger
Yeah,
because
Yeah, man.
yeah.
I, we love communicating with other artists and collaborating and being able to
Okay.
promote. So
Thank you for having me, and it was really, really nice to meet you both and
Absolutely.
to chat with you guys.
Absolute blast. And you can get us at fairlydarkproductions.com, folks. Fairlydarkproductions.com. All the episodes are there. There's books there. There's comic books too. And of course, we're on Spotify, iHeartRadio, and YouTube. And Jess, where else do you want them to go? Don't say that.
Wha- honestly, the only place that anything regarding anything of mine right now is YouTube and on my Facebook, Jess Weary. Jess Weary official on YouTube. But that's it. That's all I got right now.
And there
I'm
we
gonna
go.
check you out later.
All right. Andrea Volpato, thank you so much for doing this. And we hope to have you back and maybe after your European tour. But we're not afraid of Zooming. I almost said Skype, Zooming over across the pond as well, because we have a
Yeah.
lot of folks. We get a lot from the UK, Canada, Norway, even. So, yeah, you're going to be heard. And thank you so much for listening, folks. And have a good night and be safe out there.
Thank you so much.
You bet.